The world is a tapestry of life, woven together by intricate threads of ecosystems, species, and their habitats. Yet this tapestry is fraying, with many animal species facing the looming threat of extinction. The decline of these species is not merely a statistic, it is a reflection of our relationship with the natural world and the consequences of our action. As we delve into the most threatened animal species and the causes of their decline, we uncover a complex interplay of factors that demand our attention and action. Among the most critically endangered species is the Amur leopard, a solitary and elusive big cat native to the temperate forests of the Russian Far East and northeastern China. With fewer than 100 individuals remaining in the wild, the Amur leopard is emblematic of the broader crisis facing many species across the globe. Habitat loss, driven primarily by deforestation and human encroachment, has decimated the leopard's territory, forcing these magnificent creatures into increasingly fragmented environments. The expansion of agriculture and urban development has not only reduced the available habitat, but has also led to increased human-wildlife conflict, as leopards venture closer to human settlements in search of prey. Poaching, driven by the illegal wildlife trade, poses another significant threat. The demand for leopard skins and body parts in traditional medicine markets exacerbates the decline of this already vulnerable species. Similarly, the Sumatran orangutan faces an uncertain future, with its population dwindling due to habitat destruction primarily caused by palm oil plantations, logging, and agricultural expansion. The lush rainforests of Sumatra, once teeming with life, are being systematically cleared to make way for monoculture crops, leaving orangutans with fewer trees to climb and forage. As their homes vanish, these intelligent primates are forced into smaller and smaller pockets of forest, leading to increased competition for limited resources. The illegal pet trade further compounds the problem, as young orangutans are captured and sold, often resulting in the death of their mothers during the capture process. The plight of the Sumatran orangutan serves as a stark reminder of the consequences of our consumption patterns and the urgent need for sustainable practices. The plight of marine species is equally alarming, with the vaquita porpoise standing out as one of the most critically endangered marine mammals. Native to the northern part of the Gulf of California, the vaquita population has plummeted to fewer than 30 individuals, primarily due to bycatch and illegal gill nets used for fishing another endangered species, the totoaba fish. The swim bladders of totoaba are highly valued in traditional Chinese medicine, leading to rampant poaching and a devastating impact on the vaquita population. The situation is dire, as the vaquita faces a race against time. Without immediate intervention, it risks disappearing from our oceans forever. The crisis of the vaquita highlights the interconnectedness of marine ecosystems and the urgent need for responsible fishing practices and conservation efforts. On land, the plight of the African elephant is a poignant example of the challenges faced by large mammals in the modern world. Once roaming freely across the continent, African elephants are now confined to fragmented habitats due to habitat loss and poaching driven by the ivory trade. The demand for elephant tusks, often linked to organized crime syndicates, has led to a staggering decline in elephant populations, with tens of thousands being killed each year. The loss of elephants has far-reaching consequences for ecosystems, as these keystone species play a crucial role in maintaining the health of their habitats. Their decline disrupts the balance of ecosystems, affecting countless other species that rely on the same environments for survival. Efforts to combat poaching and protect elephant habitats are critical, but they require a concerted effort from governments, organizations, and individuals alike. Bird species are also facing significant threats, with the California condor serving as a symbol of conservation efforts and the challenges that remain. Once on the brink of extinction, the California condor population has slowly increased due to intensive breeding programs and habitat protection. However, the species still faces numerous challenges, including lead poisoning from ingesting spent ammunition, habitat destruction, and microtrash ingestion. The recovery of the California condor demonstrates the potential for successful conservation efforts, but it also underscores the ongoing threats that require continuous vigilance and action. The plight of this magnificent bird serves as a reminder of the delicate balance between human activity and wildlife conservation. In the realm of amphibians, the plight of the golden toad is a stark indicator of the broader environmental crisis. Once found in the cloud forests of Costa Rica, the golden toad has not been seen since 1989, with climate change and habitat loss being primary contributors to its decline. The warming of the planet has disrupted the delicate ecosystems that amphibians rely on, leading to declines in populations and even extinction. The golden toad's disappearance is a cautionary tale, highlighting the fragility of ecosystems and the profound impact of climate change on biodiversity. As we grapple with the realities of a changing climate, the loss of species like the golden toad serves as a call to action to address the root causes of environmental degradation. The decline of animal species is not merely a consequence of individual factors, but rather a complex web of interconnected issues. Climate change, habitat destruction, poaching, pollution, and invasive species all play a role in the decline of wildlife. Climate change, in particular, poses a significant threat to biodiversity, as rising temperatures and shifting weather patterns disrupt ecosystems and alter species distributions. Many animals are unable to adapt quickly enough to these changes, leading to population declines and, in some cases, extinction. Habitat destruction, driven by human expansion and economic development, is one of the most significant threats to wildlife. Deforestation, urbanization, and agricultural practices have resulted in the loss of critical habitats for countless species. As habitats become fragmented, wildlife is forced into smaller areas, increasing competition for resources and making them more vulnerable to extinction. The consequences of habitat loss extend beyond individual species. Entire ecosystems can collapse, leading to cascading effects on biodiversity and ecosystem services. Pollution also plays a critical role in the decline of animal species. Chemical pollutants, plastic waste, and agricultural runoff contaminate habitats and disrupt the delicate balance of ecosystems. Marine species, in particular, are increasingly threatened by plastic pollution, as marine animals ingest or become entangled in plastic debris. The presence of toxins in the environment can have devastating effects on reproduction and survival rates, further exacerbating population declines. Invasive species represent another significant threat to native wildlife. When non-native species are introduced to new environments, they can outcompete, prey upon, or otherwise disrupt native species. The introduction of invasive species can lead to declines in native populations and even extinction, as they often lack the natural predators or controls that would keep their populations in check. The impact of invasive species is particularly pronounced on islands, where unique ecosystems have evolved in isolation and are often ill-equipped to deal with new competitors or predators. As we confront the reality of declining animal species, it is essential to recognize the role that human behavior plays in this crisis. The choices we make as individuals and societies can have profound consequences for the natural world. From our consumption habits to our political decisions, our actions can either contribute to the decline of species or support conservation efforts. Raising awareness about the plight of threatened species, advocating for sustainable practices, and supporting conservation initiatives are all ways we can contribute to the protection of wildlife. Conservation efforts are crucial in reversing the decline of threatened species. Protected areas, such as national parks and wildlife reserves, play a vital role in safeguarding habitats and providing safe havens for endangered species. These protected areas not only preserve biodiversity, but also offer opportunities for ecotourism, which can provide economic benefits to local communities while promoting conservation. Additionally, breeding programs and reintroduction efforts have shown promise in helping to restore populations of critically endangered species. However, conservation cannot be achieved in isolation. It requires collaboration across borders, disciplines, and sectors. Governments, non-governmental organizations, scientists, and local communities must work together to develop and implement effective conservation strategies. Engaging local communities in conservation efforts is particularly important, as they often possess valuable knowledge about their ecosystems and can play a crucial role in protecting wildlife. Empowering communities to take ownership of conservation initiatives can lead to more sustainable outcomes and foster a sense of stewardship for the natural world. The decline of animal species is a complex and multifaceted issue that demands our urgent attention. As we witness the alarming rates of extinction and the threats facing our planet's biodiversity, we are reminded of our responsibility to protect the natural world. The stories of the Amur leopard, Sumatran orangutan, vaquita porpoise, African elephant, California condor, and golden toad serve as powerful reminders of the fragility of life and the urgent need for action. By addressing the root causes of decline, supporting conservation efforts, and making conscious choices in our daily lives, we can work towards a future where both humans and wildlife can thrive together. The fate of these threatened species is intertwined with our own, and it is our collective responsibility to ensure that the rich tapestry of life continues to flourish for generations to come.